Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Live with K0BJJ, hanging out in the Hartland today. In other words, we don't got a topic, so if you want to be part of the topic, you can join us by looking at that pinned link and just jumping on stream with us. I am not alone. Chris jumped on right
Hey
away,
guys.
and we were sitting here just chatting beforehand. I'm going to remind every one of you to help us out by hitting subscribe if you haven't, and not forgetting to like that stream. It helps. YouTube, Chris, did you know YouTube actually just redid their monetization guidelines?
No, I did not, and I wish I would have.
Yep. Oh, looks like we got the dumpster fire here. Derek already retracted a message, so he must have been swearing. Again, anyone's welcome to join tonight. There is a pinned comment with the link to get in, and if that doesn't work, let me know. I'll refigure it out. But yeah, our 500 subscriber goal is not only going to get us a ham radio giveaway, it actually could monetize the stream if it really comes down to. They're enabling super chats and memberships at 500 subs now.
Really? Wow.
From the memo I saw, 500 subs and 4,000 watch hours, or 3,000 watch hours. So
Wow.
500 subscribers is going to be a big milestone for us for a couple different reasons. So, what's Derek cussing about now? Dumpster fire checking. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't want to know how he misspelled dumpster fire, but
Of course, Jeff said now you need 4,000. I just saw that. So
you still need 4,000. Still, they lowered the sub threshold from 1,000 to 500, and it's not like you get everything. It's not like you get AvRev at 500. It's just they're like, oh, now you can do memberships, and now they could do super chats on streams and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. Which when we get to that point, more things to funding the channel, and yeah, I just heard someone else knocking on the door.
Uh-oh.
It's the other Chris. Hey, Chris. I don't know if Chris, are you there? There he is.
Yeah, perfect.
So, yeah, no, big news out of YouTube. They're actually listening to the little guy now.
So, what have you guys been up to with the radio world? Ben, have you been able to do any activations lately?
I have not, but I just posted a video today about these FRS radios.
I watched part of it. So, I was interested that you did FRS and not GMRS for your family.
Basically, I didn't want to mess with the license.
Ah, that makes sense. And they used to be a lot more expensive, depending on when you bought those.
Yep.
So
these were $60, and there is a link in that video to Amazon. Not affiliate. People are going to yell at me going, oh, that's affiliate link. You need to advertise it. No, it's not affiliated. I'm not getting any kickback from that. So, but man, we got a good crowd in here. We got Jeff, we got Roger, we got Kevin, we got Derek, we got all things. Oh man, we got a good crowd in here tonight. I welcome everyone. Chris was sharing with me YRGY Chris, not KFO Chris, was sharing with me before stream something that he got going on. What did you do radio-wise, Chris?
Well, I have my GMRS license, and I went and bought basically a radio that I could eventually move into ham radio with it. But I also like to have the ham band on there. For whatever reason, when I last programmed it, the WeCom system here in Wisconsin got kicked off my radio. So what I did is I put it back in there, and because I'm new to programming radios, I forgot to put the talk frequency in, so I was on the receive end of everything, which is fine by me because I can't talk on it. But at least I could listen into what the heck was going on with the WeCom system when I was out on my camper. My camper is about a 35-minute drive or a 30-minute drive west of me, and there's no GMRS towers around there at all. The only ones we have here are in Sheboygan, where I live. So it worked out pretty good.
That's good. And the other Chris, my Chris buddy from down the road here, Didn't you take a trip up to the Boundary Waters not that long ago?
Yeah, that was a blast. I brought my radio with me, but it was we were having such a good time. I never even tried to do anything on the radio. It was so that was good news that we were busy and keeping busy, and we made the trip just in time before these fires started. So that was perfect timing because you would be smoked out, I think, now, and there's quite the
Oh,
fire
yeah.
ban now as well. So yeah, that was fun and didn't need any radios, but was good to bring them.
Smoke has been horrendous down here. That's what's probably kept me out. Actually, that is what's kept me inside past couple days instead of out and about doing radio stuff because I've got asthma and stuff. And I tell you, as soon as I get outside, I start hacking up a storm.
So yesterday when it blew in, I just finished mowing the lawn and put the mower away, and I was in the backyard, and you could smell it.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that I was looking around, I was listening for sirens. I'm like, there has to be a house fire somewhere nearby because it's everywhere and all that. But it was just crazy how it blew in and so quickly. So got till noon tomorrow, I believe, right now is what the guess is.
Yeah, I don't know. And we had the ARCA race over here at Iowa Speedway, and we were going to go because tickets were actually fairly cheap. It was going to cost $50 for me, the wife, and the little one. But when when you could see that haze and you're not even out to the speedway, I decided probably not the best.
No.
Well, and I don't blame you with that. We had the campsite that we're at had the a pig roast and corn roast for the local fire department, and those boys were, it's a volunteer fire department, so they're looking all over the place. So they're looking at all this haze and stuff. They're waiting to get dispatched for a fire in the area because, like you guys are saying, it's just constant haze and everything else from those fires up north. I wonder how Scout and Derek did on their POTA trip because that they're even closer.
Actually, I should check the air quality .org stuff. Here, let's do that while I'm not looking at the stream. Let's go that over here onto my other, just to see what's going on. Because I think, if I remember right, they didn't have it as bad as we did. No, that wasn't the right website. There we go, airnow.gov. Imagine that, it's still unhealthy. I knew that. Well, they're not as bad as we are, but they're not great either.
No. Well, you figure they're out there, what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Friday, Saturday. Came back Sunday, I think it was.
Yeah. They're yellow up in that area. Actually, Chris, you might be yellow too. We're right around here, Des Moines just east. So.
Yeah, but when anybody sees that haze, now it's like, is there a fire 5 miles away? Is there a fire 10 miles away? And I don't know. I'm sorry. Coming from being an old EMT, I see haze and I'm going, okay, where's that fire? Because that's where I'm going next.
Oh, yeah. And just a reminder, guys, it ain't limited to just me, Chris, and Chris. It's not the BCC show. If you want to get on and talk with us, just have some clothes on, and that link is in the pinned comment. I'll get a little knock on the door, and then I'll bring you in. So, yeah, no, the smoke has been horrible. Absolutely.
I'm looking at that. It's really interesting where it's almost like a little bit of a lake effect around Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
For where it's green. So intriguing.
Yeah. Hello. How are you doing, Justin? But yeah, no, I mean, that's honestly what's kept me in. And now next Saturday, we'll see how it goes. Next Saturday is my first Saturday working at the new job.
When is the big event in Newton? That wasn't this weekend? It's next weekend, right?
We have the
big high view.
Yep, the Indy Corn 250 is next Saturday.
Okay, so hopefully you can get to work just fine.
Oh yeah, I won't have any issues.
So,
They usually stay over by Walmart, Speedway, or on Highway 6. And I don't take the main highway through. I take a side street. So even then, it turns it'll turn my 5-minute commute until maybe a 7-minute commute.
how is it being a day walker now?
I finally have adjusted. I am enjoying it. Um, and actually getting to do a little bit more. My manager's really awesome. She's slowly breaking me into stuff. So for those of you who don't know, that I work in banking now. I got on the teller line last Friday. Starting tomorrow, I start doing more customer service care calls and answering phones. And then Saturday, I'm going to be in the drive-through with one other person. So she trusts me enough to leave me alone pretty much unsupervised.
It's good. And it's a shorter commute.
Oh, yeah. I looked through my banking app. I can break down where I spent all my monthly finances. I was spending between $400 and $600 in gas a month.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
gone.
think you have the most fuel-efficient vehicle, so that will help a ton.
We're going to get the new storm spotting truck next Saturday.
Oh, new vehicle coming?
It's still a Ford F-150. It's a year older, but it's the higher model.
Okay.
I'm a little worried about it because we do some hail core punching, and this one does have a skylight.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You have to go a little Dominator style and maybe put some plexiglass on top.
I'm thinking that, or a headache rack or something, just so I can get some steel up there to break the ice up before it hits the window.
Yeah.
I would say, because I've seen those crack in hailstorms, so I would figure out something very quick.
Yeah, no, it's just going to be, until I can figure out what I need to do, is just going to be watching my attack angle. If I'm coming in and I'm starting to get hail, just backing off and letting the storm pass. I'm going to not be able to core punch until I get something figured out. So I don't like to core punch anyway, because if you core punch, you could end up in the tornado because you're coming on the rain wrapped side. So I don't like the core punch anyway, but sometimes you get that far out of position, and that's just about the only option. Other than letting it pass and hopefully it doesn't take off before you can reposition on it. But
yeah,
it's safety. It's all about safety. And if you
we've been surprisingly out of the aim lately of many of the storms. There's been quite a few, but we've been a little bit north, a little bit east, a little bit south.
I wasn't sure if we were going to have a stream tonight, I'll be honest, because they said that we were in a conditional risk for severe weather, but the smoke won't push out. The smoke is actually what is keeping us from having severe weather, because we can't get the heating.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's blocking enough of the sun. We can't get that peak heating to set everything off. And you guys can see my conversations I'm having about that on Twitter, because I usually talk to White Weather, which you haven't checked him out, and especially in Iowa, he's like a 17-year-old storm chaser, and he knows his stuff.
I saw you posting actually about his. He was streaming the other day.
Yeah, no, John knows his stuff. Like, if I didn't tell you he was 17, like he's about to start his senior year in high school, if I didn't tell you any of that, and you met the guy, you're like, man, this is, young college student. No, he ain't even there yet.
Sounds like he might be heading to Oklahoma then, maybe next year.
I don't know. I haven't asked him about that, but if he isn't going for meteorology, I will be utterly shocked, because he's got it. I mean,
where's he based out of? What city?
Centerville.
Okay.
So he's the next Reed Timmer. If you want my opinion, he is the next Reed Timmer. So really stand up guy. Now we just need to get him in the ham radio.
Yeah, that would be smart.
I'm working on it. I've asked him, so like, hey, I would love to chase with you sometime. You got your ham license, get a tech license, and then when we get close to each other, we can just yak. I'll think about it. I'm working on it.
So I was looking at our Discord channel for Iowa today, and I noticed someone posted that there's a ham fest coming up in about 2-3 weeks.
Is there really?
Yeah, I was surprised to see it. The Cedar
Oh, I did
Cedar
see that.
Valley Amateur Radio Club. Now,
Yeah, they're doing
what
that.
caught my eye about this more than normal is that it's the Hamfest runs from. Oh, sorry. Hopefully, you didn't hear my Rottweiler burping right next to me.
You're fine.
It runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I was surprised that it was running that long.
I'm going to pull that up quick. And of course, it goes on to, over the screen that I'm got all the comments and stuff on. I'm doing a
I can
horrible
share it if you want me to. Let's see. I think there's a presentation feature. Here,
Yeah, go ahead.
1 moment.
I got
I'll
it.
pull up the.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Since you brought it up, you take it away. I mean, I could sit here and talk all night, but I'm not as bad as Derek there in the chat. I mean, hey, Derek. Hey, buddy.
There we go.
Make it a little bigger this way. There we are. I have a needy Rottweiler that's pushing on me here. If you can see her.
Well, that's fine. If I had my door open, my pit would be on me right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. I haven't heard of this one in Lynn County Fairgrounds. So that's about 2 hours from me. And it sounds like they have the entire fairgrounds rented, which is pretty large.
When is it?
August 5th. Yeah, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's pretty long. I was surprised it was that long of a ham fest. Usually they're done by 1 or 2, but they're not even starting testing until 2 p.m.
I might be able to make it to that even if I'm working, because if I'm working, I'm off by 12:30.
Right.
And then it's just a shot up to Cedar Rapids. Well, not even Cedar Rapids, but
Yeah. I was just looking at it myself going, do I want to cruise out there? About 2.5 hour drive. So, yeah, a little bit long, but not too awful.
no, not bad at all.
But I haven't seen a ham fest in the area for a while, so that was what was intriguing to me.
No, normally we just have the big one in Des Moines. Boone has one here coming up probably
That's
before
true.
too long.
That's true.
Iowa QSO party is going to be going on in September 16th.
Yeah.
And Friday, October 20th is Jamboree on the Air, JOTA. That's all the events that we have posted on IRO.
The Jamboree on the Air is an interesting event coming up because that's all with local scouts.
Yep.
So
I've done that a couple times.
Oh, have you? Okay. They were asking for people to show up for that one in later October. So I might try and make that one because I think it'll be pretty close to me. I don't know if we have a location just yet for that.
You know what? Derek says I hit it below the belt. So, there. That means he would have to leave the dumpster fire and to get over here, to come on here. The gauntlet has been thrown.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Ooh, somebody sneezed.
Yeah, it was my littlest one. She's sitting there watching YouTube very quietly on her tablet, so we'll just let her be.
Well, that's fine. If you watch my video from today, my youngest came in, actually got in the video a couple times. So
it happens. Nope, I'm trying to figure out because it's up on my camper. I'm trying to find 2 inexpensive, I'm gonna say, radios, and I'm gonna put up a GMRS repeater so you can reach the whole campground.
that'd be awesome.
Big expansive, and with my license, that'll cover the whole family. Is what I want to do. So basically, give the kids give kids 2 radios that program to the repeater, and away you go.
There was someone did a interesting post a couple months ago on building a repeater out of the Baofeng UV5Rs. Just doing self-contained, and that might be an interesting way for you to go too. So if you do ever decide to go for tech or anything, you could then change those to be, in a different frequency range.
Correct. And I also know that those new Wuxon whatever, 5s, 8s, 10s, whatever the heck they are. I can't remember, K5, K8s, K10s. You can get them, you can set them up for GMRS, and then you could also possibly run another band on it. So I could do like a 2-meter band for a repeater right there. So I could literally take them out of my camper and, set them
Yeah.
up as long as I get that. It's like a stupid little box that goes into the K connectors or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there was a good YouTube on it a few months ago, and he had some good lessons he learned himself. It was like a perfect project for learning more about how to build a repeater and all the like, I thought this was going to work this way type of things and such. So it was very I enjoyed it just to see the learnings of it is the way I'll put it.
I'll have to look it up and
Yeah.
figure it out, because it's something that I think would be beneficial. I mean, yeah, the 9-year-old's got his FRS, and I programmed a couple of my frequencies in there so I could listen to him at least. But he's talking with his friends, and they go to different channels. Well, I only got one channel in there. I can't listen to the whole spectrum, so I figured purchase some relatively inexpensive couple, and then just build one up.
I've debated putting up an actual 2-meter 440 repeater at the house, just because we've had issues with the Newton repeater in the past, and access to that site is extremely limited. So I've thought about doing that, just for the fact that I know I would have emergency power at my house, and access to it won't be, I won't need sheriff's office permission or anything to go in my garage.
Yeah.
So, but it's about as far as it's going. If I do something like that, I'll probably base it off of like a TYT with crossband repeat. TYT 78 or 9800.
Hey, it's all about what's in your budget and what you can do. You know what I mean? To see. It'd be also interesting to see if you can get some old decommissioned gear for doing this. Some old Motorola gear or something like that.
They're having a ham alert lesson in dumpster fire, apparently.
Yeah, that'd be something I should be looking at, but not tonight.
Yeah.
So with you guys watching these other Discord channels and stuff, there was a extra by the end of April. Have you guys seen anything else popping up anywhere?
Yeah.
For extra?
What did you see, Chris?
There was the clubhouse was doing the extra by April. Mm-hmm. They were talking about doing it again. I don't know exactly when they're going to do it again.
Okay.
That's their Tuesday night stream. That'll be on this coming Tuesday. I believe it's at 7 o'clock, because it's from like 7 to 9 for me in Wisconsin. So
same for us.
Yeah, so I basically watch at the same time, every week. Simple question is even go on their Discord and just ask them, hey, are you guys going to be doing this again? And how, I'm right on the verge of taking my tech and being able to take it with not failing it every time. So I'm literally talking to Steve a lot, and he's been doing a lot of the remote testing basically. So I just have to sit there with my computer and do it. But I'm just not quite there yet. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I only got my tech in February, and it was stressful to take it, but I was shocked. I passed and did it. And once I started doing general work, which I passed in, I think it was May, the Ham Study app was a big favorite of mine for general. Tech, I did a lot of the Gordon West book as well. So
Ham Study is awesome.
I'm trying to find how to stay accountable to study for extra. We had a class here locally for general, and then so extras could be the trick. How do I keep on it?
Well, I've been using Ham Study, and when I get tired of going through all the tech questions and stuff, I jump up to general and do a couple of those for a little bit, and then when I get tired of that, I just take a break. And sometimes my break could be a day or two, or it could be hours, and I just keep going back over and over and over and over and reading everything in there. So, and then I go take a test to see how I did. And I'm like, okay, the last time I took a test, I was out at the camper just relaxing. I'm like, okay, I'll take a test. Kids are out playing. I took it and I failed it. So I'm like, okay, let's go back to studying. That's what I keep doing, so I know where I'm at. If I can consistently stay for 3 tests in a row, I'll take the test and be done with it. But I like that ham study a lot.
Completely
Yeah,
agree with what Jeff
works
says
well.
there.
I do.
And remember, everyone, ham study is completely free. Check out the signal stick antennas because that's what funds it.
Yep.
So I'm not going to endorse a certain product or other, but I have a signal stick antenna. Those guys, that is what funds ham study, and you hear it everywhere. It is a wonderful resource. Almost everyone uses it. I used ham radio prep too, actually. I bought ham radio prep and I found ham study to be better than ham radio prep. So
Well, and I have the last edition of the tech book actually in my possession right now. One of the guys at work was reading through it and studying it. He's using ham study. He's going to take his in next month. I don't know how he's going to do it, if he's going to go sit down for a written or whatever else. But he gave me the tech one. He's looking to go for general right away. He understands a lot of that stuff a lot better than I do. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Whatever you're going to do it.
and I know I've told you this before, Chris. If you pass your tech and they offer the general, just take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Just take a stab at it. You're going to be surprised how much relays. I mean, I've talked to you about that a lot. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's so much overlap. You'll be surprised on how well you do.
Yeah. I remember that you weren't the only one. Talked to TO through Messenger, basically on Discord. He said the same thing. Shane said the same thing. I mean, I've heard it from a lot of people, so that's what I'm doing.
30% of the general comes from technician. So
I'll
if
get.
you're comfortable with the tech, you got 30% of the general done.
Yeah.
And remember, 100% of generals were once a tech.
Yeah. The sad thing is 100% of extras were also once a tech.
True.
But not
We won't get
everyone.
into.
But
I'm sure
not
somebody will be
everyone was.
commenting
Not
about old stuff here in a second.
I was just going to bring that up. Not everyone was a novice or an advanced. I was just going to hit that.
Somebody's going to correct us. But
I was never a tech. You are the
are you
bottom
thinking about
tier.
going for extra, Ben?
Not at this time. I have no ambition to. I would like the extra frequency space, but it's not to the point where it's a deal breaker for me. If 20 is packed, I switch to a different band, and I usually can find a place.
I'm looking for it more for international travel. If I'm traveling to another country, just doing 2 meter, 70 centimeter there, a lot of times I'll have more rights to be there for reciprocal agreements. So that's my hope for it.
I was going to say, you have the entire band as a tech for 2 meters.
But other countries. So if you're traveling within another country, sometimes you only have access with extra. So that's the reason for that. So I've got another trip to Oslo for work coming up. And actually, my buddy who's they only have one test there. And so he gets all the way up to extra. He and I will probably be playing on 2 meters or something there when I get to town. So, because we haven't seen each other since we both got our licenses.
Well, I was educated tonight.
Yeah, I need to look up hopefully, I don't know if I'll make it in time before that trip, but I need to look it up and get done. But the other thing is, I'm thinking, I'll have to convince the wife, but I am thinking about going for the FT 991A. Might just go big and go home. Not the biggest, but, shack in a box. And my wife says she doesn't want a bunch of junk around.
I like mine. Yeah. I really do. The reason why I go with a separate 2 meter 440 base is because I want to listen to both at the same time, and you can't do that with the 991A. But, I mean, if you don't plan on it, you have everything you want right there.
Yeah. Well, I can always just buy another one in the future when I need it then, right?
Oh, right.
So.
You know, as a ham, you never can have too many radios. I think Chris can say that the same as a, as a GMRSer. You can't have enough radios.
No. And right now, currently, I'm running one. That's it. I won one, and I can't even program it to where I want to put it because it's just not programmed that way. I can do 70 centimeter, I think, and 2 meters. So I'm gonna have to just program it up that way.
I gotta figure out how I like this. I like this.
That works pretty well. That fills the screen pretty well.
It
Yeah.
does. It does. Feels more whole. Wow, 9 likes. I'm not gonna break the
I like some of the other radios, but for the price, I feel like it's a pretty good deal for the 991A.
It is.
K0BJJ was just saying, so might be a good, not exactly entry point, but you know what I mean. But
And
just not having to be a tuner.
with the newer radios that ASU's been coming out, they're taking a lot of the price heat. I feel. I mean, don't get me wrong; it hasn't gone down a lot in price, but you're noticing the 991A is starting to creep down.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, the one I got gifted to me, I'm very thankful for. Again, to the Silent Key. I'm sad that he had to go, but I'm very happy to his family that donated it. It is amazing. I'm very thankful.
But yeah, my goal is to maybe get something up and get some antennas up before we have winter coming back to us here. And
so what are you looking at for antennas?
I don't know. I keep looking at your Buy Me a Coffee page and going, that'd be cool to get that 20-footer. The Comet for 2 meter, 70 centimeter. I don't know what I'm going to do for HF bands yet. I'm intrigued because there seems to be quite the 10-meter community around here. So I might try and make something that can go on the gutters of the house.
Could. I don't know how much space you got there.
Yeah, not a lot. And the neighborhood, no HOA, but they sure act like it sometimes.
Random wire end fed. Look into random wire end feds because you can get quite a big antenna or quite a big acting antenna in a short package.
I've seen a lot of them lately. A lot of them are going to like flagpole antennas. Go up to a certain height or whatever else.
Yes, I have a flagpole too, so that might be
it might be an option that you have because that way, if they're not going to sit there and look at it, but HOA ham would be the best I know right now off the top of my head that would be able to tell you what the best would be with that.
I was going to say if you had some
the Comet on the house.
Sorry, go ahead, Chris. I didn't mean to.
I was saying I think I could get away with putting the Comet on the house, but just have to get it up high enough and go with that.
Well, you're probably going to be higher than me because I have to have almost a 40-foot tower. No, actually having the 578, I've got Indianola programmed in here. I've been able to check in on Indianola's net. I'm shocked. And I've got a little quarter wave antenna on top of the tower. And I could only imagine how good that would be with an actual base station antenna up there.
Yeah, I mean, it does help. It's a lot of cornfield between you and Indianola. But
I'm at the bottom of the hill also.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I need to also it would be interesting to see if somebody is putting antennas up in the area for houses that does that as a little handyman gig or something. That would be nice to find.
Could ask around.
Yeah.
Don't give anyone ideas. They might start charging.
Yeah. I'd be willing to charge though too.
Yeah. So, I know the next time I do any major antenna work, I'm gonna go down and rent a cherry picker.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
still laughing.
I was just gonna say I'm halfway afraid of heights standing on the back of Zach here, and there's just 2 steps down. So.
Oh, you should have. If I would have recorded me putting up the tower brace and everything, I'm laying on the roof. My dad's underneath me. I'm sitting there with the screw gun going. And I'm sitting here like, I hate my life. I hate my life. And Dad's like, you don't hate your life. I'm like, no, but I hate these heights.
Yeah.
Oh, talk
Too
about.
much flat land for us around here, you know. So
The thing is, I like a good view. I don't mind going out to the mountains as long as I'm 10 feet from the edge and there's plenty of land for me to fall and not go off the edge. I
Oh,
love a good view. I got to be solid, though.
oh, come on, Ben. Right up 2 feet away from the edge. Best place to be on.
it's for
Yeah,
my wife will be right up there, and I'll be like, no, thank you.
yeah.
So
Now, I hate climbing up ladders. Okay, I don't like ladders. But you give me 30-foot drop, we're fine. So
Got it, Chris. I need you to come down and do some tower work for me.
yeah, we
I
get
got
a
a
twofer here.
harness. I got a harness. I still don't like it. Actually, Tyler, he's been on the stream a couple times. He
yeah,
actually is a tower climber. He does
yeah. And now I
Clydesdale.
got a kid. See, here's the other one.
Hey,
So he finally learned how to ride his 2-wheel bike, so he's all good now.
Very nice.
everyone in the chat, applaud for the two-wheeler.
So
Always a milestone.
Soon I'll be how to use the radio.
yep, I'm working with him with the GMRS stuff right now, so we can not have issues.
Are there any local nets? We have a local GMRS net in the area that's real family friendly as well.
There isn't right now. There was. We were actually talking to someone. I gotta go take a walk because the wife realized her sunroof was open and I guess it's raining. But one of the guys went silent key on us recently, so we don't. I don't really get to talk to him that much. Talk with anybody else right now. A lot of people. Basically, what happened is the repeater that's a block away from my house went down. They had some problems with it. I think a lot of it has to do with a cord, so to speak. God damn it, she got a whole side of her truck wet. Well, why would you leave your... I understand the back window, but come on, dear.
And this is a good time to say, hey guys, let's not forget, if you'd like to support the stream financially, check that out. And that's all I'm going to say, because you never know when I'm going to do something like that and need to replace seats or something.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna
Or
have to go
radio
back
equipment.
out here after the stream and wipe down her seats.
Oh shoot!
Oh.
Oh, actually, on a little bit of self-advertising, I did some major work to the website.
Yeah, you've been really working on that, doing pretty good.
I updated all my rowdy friends.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So
You
if
know,
you guys
it's
want a little bit of a laugh, head over and check out
Look, my mama
K0BJJ.com.
got it
And
upstairs. Tell her dad got her stuff. Yeah, okay. I didn't know it was raining outside.
I would take some of it, but we'll see. Maybe not tomorrow because I have no sidewalk at the moment. We're in the midst of getting the whole sidewalk
we'll get a little
replaced.
laugh at all.
No, you're gonna have to wait at least 2 days to get yours, Chris. Well, and you got to figure this storm system came across Wisconsin to get to me, so I'm the very eastern part, so it must have went north before it came down sort of to the south because.
1 second, guys.
Yeah, I just pulled radar up in your area. A little wet over there.
Any big boomers coming?
Let me check again. Radar Omega, guys. I'm not saying it's the best weather app. I'm just saying it's the weather app I use.
Yeah, well, I use WeatherBug because it just works better, and it's always local.
I've been pretty happy for looking at the storms.
Where are you at again, Chris? You're by Applington, weren't you?
No, our North Milwaukee.
There's Milwaukee. There's Sheboygan.
Yep.
It just rained. A couple strikes of lightning.
Ah, damn.
There's a severe thunderstorm warning up by Maple Grove.
Yeah.
So.
As long as I don't have a tornado warning out by work tonight, I'll be a happy man.
No, all that's been down elsewhere. They
Huh.
had one on the East Coast earlier today.
Really?
Getting notifications about all that stuff drives me kind of nuts at times. But I stay well informed. Nothing for Iowa.
Yeah, looks like there's not much precipitation in the area.
Speaking
A
of
little here and
Iowa,
there.
man, there's a couple people in the IRO voice chat right now.
I saw you guys. I almost popped in there earlier.
Get nuts. What are we getting nuts about?
Well, I may have to go here. It's getting late for me, and gotta get up for the, early morning for work, since that's the way it always is. 7 a.m. start every day. So
I'm
So,
in at
yeah.
8.
Well, Chris, you have a good sleep. I'll be going to bed about the time you're going to work.
no, yeah. My wife is working till 10 p.m. tonight, which means she'll be working till, I'm guessing, midnight or 1 a.m. And then tomorrow she goes back on shift at 10 p.m. So it's definitely crazy in our house for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Well, you have a
Yeah.
wonderful night, Chris. Thanks for jumping
You
on.
too. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Well, anyone else want to join Chris and I for 15 minutes? Bueller? No? Okay. I've been trying.
I know you have. That's right.
Yeah, my weather notifications, that's true. I mean, I get them for everywhere. So, like, when I'm at work, I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, is this actually for me? Is this pertain to us?
See, and I can set up the app I'm using. I can set it up so that I can basically get them for wherever I want. If I want them out by the camper, or if I want them up here, or if I want them out by you, or I get them set up just for my local stuff wherever I'm at. So it works great.
Yeah, and I have our National Weather Service bot in Discord, and our Discord set up for just Iowa. So like I don't, unless I see that one pop up, I really don't pay attention to the mesoscale discussions and everything I get with the other one. I got put on a mailing list for national like years ago, and I don't want to withdraw from it because it's good information, like every mesoscale discussion and everything that comes up. So, but it's like I said, the one like I've got our National Weather Service bot, and if it starts popping stuff off, that's when I start paying attention. Then I start freaking out my one coworker because she's deathly scared of storms.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm a really nice stand-up guy at work. I promise. It's not one of those things where I go, "Hey, did you see we're supposed to have severe weather today?" And then I just watch her just stare me down like, "Are you kidding me?" So I think Chris is talking to someone else because he muted up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump off. I gotta go get. I gotta go run and get the wife something, and all that fun jazz. So
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on, Chris, and you have a wonderful rest of your night.
thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye. So now that I'm by myself, no, we're not going to have a 15-minute ad. I will say, though, guys, I did post a video that I've been telling you guys I was going to do about these FRS radios. So you might want to, if you have it in your heart, check that out. Little guy jumped on twice. I did not get any of the me and him talking, though this is how we are training him on radio. And he's getting pretty good. Sometimes he forgets to push the button down before he talks, and then he cuts himself off. But I mean, he's 7. I'm not going to really complain that much. But he gets it for the most part. And then, yeah, upgraded the website. We don't have a lot going on this week in the house. It's just, well, I can't say that. Saturday we get the storm the new weather storage weather truck. We get to see if those decals that I got actually fit on it. And then, yeah, it's going to be off to the races from there, get everything set up. Hopefully, the weather's all nice enough where I can go do a run into a park this weekend. But other than that, just same old guys to and from work and hanging out, having fun. I jumped on HF today, worked a couple POTA stations. So if I'm not actively hunting or activating hunting, speaking of sweet things that I've gotten recently, we're going to go to the QSL binder, guys. I got an awesome QSL card today. Uh-oh, I just see Jeff. There's Jeff. Jeff felt bad for me.
Yeah, I did.
So, Jeff, I just got an awesome QSL card in this week. Battleship Iowa.
Cool.
And a 6BB. And I actually had a nice little email exchange with a couple of their radio guys. So, Plasma Storm just jumped in. The ghost.
Uh-oh.
That is Plasma Storm. Boo! Yeah.
So you might find this interesting.
Ooh, what's up, Jeff?
Well, there's the puppy.
Aww.
And I'm going to either call her a character name from Star Wars or Stormy, because last week when I went to go visit her, it poured rain. And coming home yesterday, it poured rain. So
Character name from Star Wars. I could think of a few.
it's Ahsoka.
I was thinking that. Or if you wanted to go classic Leia,
No.
Ahsoka Tano.
Tano. Ahsoka Tano.
No Yoda. No Yoda Plasma.
It's a female.
It's a female. That being said, we don't actually know what sex Yoda is. He's got a male accent, and we refer to him, but
Yeah, he's male.
Star Wars. I mean, you can have fun with that. I like to name my animals after Disney Universe, so naturally, the youngest named the cats after Mario.
Well, my first pug, the name just kind of popped out and stuck. I didn't plan on it. And Alfred, well, my ex kind of named him after the butler from Batman.
But she is a good-looking pup.
Yeah, she's a little tempest to keep in the weather category. Yeah, she's a little crazy girl. Still working on everything. Right now, she took Alfred's antler and is chewing on that.
Good girl.
And he's like in my lap now. I don't know, sulking or just relaxing away from her.
Yes. See, my Ozzy, he's that way. He gets upset when his little sister Tala gets attention, and then he gives you the big puppy eyes, and then he gets cuddly. Like, are you just trying to make her jealous, or are you pouting? What?
Yeah. So got a lot of training for her to go through. Got to get her on our routine. But yeah, at least she slept through the night for the most part.
That's good.
Woke up at 5 a.m. Kind of expecting it too, so I was already up. Well, awake, trying to go back to sleep.
Have you guys been getting any weather? Or has that been staying north and south of you?
Yeah, we've been getting rain a lot. We've been getting a lot of rain past few days. Kept on being pushed back, and then for Saturday, Friday it came through northern PA in north of me, and then Saturday as I was coming home, it started storming here. Just heavy rain, really no thunder, no lightning. Raining on and off all day today. And with a puppy, that's not good because you got to take them outside and train them to go out there. And when it's raining, they don't want to go out. I don't want to go out.
Nope, I get that completely. And then I just see you posted a video just recently, or was that last week?
That's probably last week, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna get a video up this week. I've been like hammered with work, and now this puppy. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done in time, but I got two that are basically done. I just need to do the all the fancy stuff, and then I just did a very quick POTA activation before my dinner, before their dinner, and while it wasn't raining, so and I had to drive back and forth like 3 times, so I forgetting shit. So
At least it was a close park. Apparently, Plasma's been getting well watered down there.
yeah, it's like 5 minutes away. It's like literally the closest one to me, other than my home park that I like to go to. But for some reason, I wanted to go to this other park that was closer. So
Yeah, earlier today when I turned on 20 meters, 20 was running short. I worked a park in Missouri and Wisconsin.
yeah, 20's been short for me for like the past few weeks.
So I was shocked, but I did hear November Tango 2 Delta out of New York. So he wasn't great. I mean, I could hear the POTA stations a lot better, but I could still understand him.
Yeah, I was on 40 tonight. For some reason, I wanted to do that, and I was using my Zygo G90 for some reason. I didn't want to like bring out everything with me, so I just wanted to do a quick minimalist setup and get out there and then get back. And for the most part, it worked. I had some trouble being heard, but what can you do? Different radio, 20 watts over versus like 100. So
Apparently, Izzo has now a hurricane named after him. Hurricane Izzo.
they ran out of the normal names. You had to go start being a little bit more creative with them.
Don.
You stay here,
Hurricane
baby.
Don.
You stay here. You stay here, baby.
No, I want my puppy now. Oh, she's a cutie. She's a cutie.
Well, this one needs to learn how to go when we go outside. She's just playing around. I still have my grass kind of high right now because I just haven't gotten out this week to do it, and the rain doesn't help.
No, and it's only going to grow more and more with the rain.
Yeah. So she's too busy playing around with every weed and blade of grass that she sees. It's like, come on, we gotta go inside. Gotta go inside. I was out there for like hour yesterday afternoon after we got back. She just did not want to come in.
Oh yeah, but hey, she's a pup.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's going to get older, and then you're going to be like, I remember when you went do that. We were doing that kind of stuff because my Aussie, he's almost 4 years old, and we got him the week after we moved into this house.
Nice.
So, yeah, I looked at him, I'm like, dude, you're an old man. You're 28 by your standards.
Yeah. Alfred's 10.5, so he's old. But still a good dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now he's got a puppy to break in.
Yeah. Before it was like the dog was actually like, I think it's more than 3 months. It's like 6-7 months old, I think. The Frenchie me and the ex had, that it was hers. So, yeah, and he wasn't that bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. So, anything big going on this week for you, or just puppy training?
I need to get some videos done. I don't know if I'll get to it. Last weekend I was at an activation with a guy I know that I've done some other activations with, and he had a radio bus. So I want to do a video on that.
That would be awesome.
He likes doing satellite contacts right now. So he has the satellite and a controller unit, and No, satellite. He has satellite antennas and controller unit, and he does pretty well with them. So I did a video of him doing it's like a 20-minute pass, and he made like 11 contacts. So he was trying to break 11. He was trying to get 12. That was a new record for him.
Yeah. No, all I really got going on is we got the new truck on Saturday. I'll probably do a video about it once we get it set up because the antenna placement I'm planning on is moving. It's going to look different. And there'll probably be a video for both channels because it's the storm chasing truck, but it's also my radio truck. I mean, it's going to have the radio and everything hooked up into it. So it kind of fits the purpose of both channels. But other than that, I really need to get out and work a POTA sometime. I just one so far this year is not enough, and now I have the time. I mean, there's no excuse. I have the time. Saturday night, I need to go out. Sunday morning, I need to go out. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, it's just about making the time. Now this puppy, I didn't even realize that it was Support Your Parks weekend, and
Oh, it is, isn't it?
yeah, and I'm like, darn. Like then Friday night, I was like, well, maybe I could cut it around just around 8:00. I'll go to this one park that basically where I went to today, where it's not really, it's a trail, so it's not really a park. So I could be there after 8:00 when parks normally close. So
just be within 100 feet.
Yeah, I'm in 100 feet of it, but like Friday I was just too exhausted and I didn't get to dinner till like 8:30 or something like that. I'm like, I'm too tired.
We want to see your measurements. Have you seen that big discussion going on the POTA Facebook and stuff? People are, how do you get within 100 feet of this trail? I'm just like, okay, it's honor system, guys. If you're gonna be that picky, you're gonna get the one smart butt like me that takes the tape measure out and shows you exactly how far I am.
Yeah, I use the Google Maps thing, and I mean to me it's not a big deal. I mean I'm within 100 feet of it. I know that. I don't know. It looks closer than 100 feet, but I can't judge that kind of distance and stuff like that. I never could. But yeah, it's the honor system, and off the side of the road where the trail goes through, or on. So yeah.
Well, Jeff, I'm going to thank you for jumping on here last minute. I kind of gave you a bunch of guff for not joining earlier, but
Yeah, I know you were.
it's all out of love.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to take care of this girl.
So, thanks for jumping on here last minute. I want to make sure to thank Chris and Chris for jumping on here. Thank our channel supporters. You saw them in the intro, and you see them at the end of every one of my videos. We will see you next week, where right now we're going to be doing more of the same thing, just sitting around hanging out, unless I can figure out a topic. If you have an idea for a topic, shoot it in the description below. If you would like to be on the stream, either join when we have one open mic night like it's every other weekend, or let me know. And with that, we will see y'all later. Bye-bye, POTA Pugs. See you later, Jeff. 7-3, everyone in chat. We'll see you next week.
73.